Hey, I'm being a brick, and yeah, we're gonna try to do another one of these live stream Q&A things with you guys. Um, Sorry I'm a little bit late. Had to. We're having a yard sale right now at the house, and somebody wanted to know about my Jeep, so I had to run out there and go talk to somebody about the Jeep. Blah 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 blah. I'm gonna give my wife a real quick bathroom break. Um, but thanks for hanging in there. Thanks for joining. So again, this is a sort of Q&A about BrickLink. BrickLink selling. What's up, chicken butt? Graphic Bricks. I didn't know there was another stream going on right now. I apologize if it's what other streams going on. I apologize if it's another one of those scheduled AFOL ones. My mistake. I'll schedule it another time if it's another one of those. I have a lot of Lego Abraham Torres. I've got almost over 900,000 in the store, and probably twice that sitting about. Zany Bricks is a poop master. Pumpkin Bricks likes pizza rolls. If the collector wants to know what is my favorite Lego theme, it is the one that sells the best. And do you like the more female minifigures and sets nowadays than there was in the past? Of course. It gives more opportunity for equalization in the Lego world of the male to female ratio. Because before, in the Lego world, if you were a female, you could just pick and choose whoever you wanted, because yeah, it was like 10-to-1 ratio. So here's from some adults out there. What's up, JK Gaming? Pro Game Plays says that I awk. The Lego Master 889 was mentioned. I've actually mentioned you before. I saw that you asked me to mention you. Had I seen that you said, "Can you mention me?" I would have avoided mentioning you. Mini Bricks, if you did not know, it's not a problem. He does Friday and Saturday at 8 p.m. It's noon here. So, anyways, BrickLink Q&A. We're going to be doing that, and I'll probably also be pulling some orders. Just finished pulling an order from Begonius, and wanted to make sure I got that shipped out. They priced that a little bit earlier this afternoon, and just wanted to make sure that got kicked out. Actually going in right now and adding tracking to that package in PayPal. Since PayPal sometimes does not include the tracking information, you have to manually go in there and include it for the customer, so they get an email to their preferred email address of payment that says what their tracking number is. And then that's something you guys should be doing if you own a BrickLink store, is providing your customer their tracking information, not only through the BrickLink system, but also through PayPal, because you don't know which email they actually check, because there's a lot of people that use multiple emails for transactions, because they have a BrickLink email and because they have one that handles all of their finances and stuff. And you got to respect that. That's their way to maintain privacy. Most of the time it's not because they're trying to be nefarious anyway. Let's see. Who we got? Speak up, peeps. The Friends minifigures will sell. They will, but you got to do that same sort of pairing with them that you do with other elements. And I'm going to use the word pairing a lot, not in reference to wine and food or anything, but just putting things that work with well with each other together. They mesh, you could also say, but pairing just sounds fancier. So I do a rip and strip on Friends minifigures sometimes. If I have an excess of the fig itself, like if I got 10 of Emma, I'm probably going to rip and strip another 10 Emma to not only diversify my parts, but also if somebody is looking for Emma and a bunch of Emma hairs, I will score better. Where do you purchase your packaging from? Let's see. Amazon. Amazon. I have not yet tried AliExpress, though I might. And if AliExpress is successful, I'll totally do Alibaba, which is the bigger version of AliExpress. The transition from Brick Owl or from BrickLink to Brick Owl is not happening. It's not going to be a transition. It's going to be a synchronizing. So we're going to diversify our bonds. Lego Master 889. No, I'm not going to show you my favorite Lego set that I have there. Sorry. This is about adult stuff, BrickLink, selling, and stuff like that. Then Go Live 46 says, "Qu'est-ce que c'est français?" And non, je ne comprends pas. Ask more questions, Multigasmic Geek. I want to hear them, actually. Like, this is something I want to do. Like, I'm doing something I sell on BrickLink so that I can cover the future college expenses of my 2 children. I think every parent out there wants to be able to arm their child with what they need to be able to start life with nothing on their back, you know. So this is my way of doing it, because we can do a sort of a family business thing with it eventually. And Lego Live says that they're French. Yeah, we got that. But that's what I'm doing, and I'm hoping that there's other parents out there that want to do the same thing, because that's what the intent of this is. I know that a lot of my friends that are sellers are doing this because they've got kids and they want to get them involved. They want to teach them a little bit about money and how to respect it, because that seems to be missing in the schooling systems. So that's another aspect you can go to. I mean, there's a million reasons why this is a good idea to have as a family, and there's also a million that are bad. One of them being the overwhelming amount of Lego that you have to store in your house and keep track of with small children around. How much do I like BrickLink? I do like BrickLink a lot. It is fun. It brings me great joy. But if you guys don't ask questions, we're going to end up cutting these streams short, because I don't really want to show you stuff. I want to discuss things with you. I want to be able to get other mas and pas to keep that monkey out their kids' back as well, you know. We're already on track to handle it ourselves. We definitely went far above and beyond the point of ridiculousness that you would expect for a single person to be doing in a BrickLink store, but you don't have to. OBFG Fireground Film says, "Why don't you think of the children when you swoop?" Because it's not usually the children that get upset, it's the AFOLs. And I also don't swoop in stores, I swoop online. So no child ever sees it. No child was harmed in the swooping of this Lego. When I retire from the store, will the kids take up the store? No idea. I will not be able to make up their minds for them at that point in their life, because they'll be much older and they'll have realized that they have free will, where now they're just starting to realize that they have free will. Favorite Lego minifigure is definitely Deadpool. Is starting a BrickLink store worth it? No. Would you recommend it to people? No. Because there's there's better ways to do it. Playing the stock market is a much better way. Well, even if you did swoop a store, it's your children and you're thinking of, yeah, Radu. That's Ralph's new nickname for me, is Radu. If you checked him out at BrickLink before, it's the first three letters are Rad. I like that. What theme do I want to see Lego in Lego form? That they will make. I'd like to see the full X-Men ensemble. Like, I want to see the original X-Men, X-Force, X-Factor. Like, I want to see X. What's up, cheap ass? Ask me questions. All right, I'm going to probably do some stuff. I'm going to figure out some stuff to do because there's no real discussion point questions. So that would be nice. And I think I can pull some orders. And most likely get it kicked out before the postman gets here for the long weekend for my customers. So I may do that. As well. Especially since I don't need to see me. You know. I don't need to see me. I do need to see where the camera is pointing here when I stand up and if my enormous belly is covered. And my butt crack's covered. All right, pull some orders and stuff. Will you guys formulate some questions? If there is a fall in the crowd that wants to help out in the live room, let me know. Cheap ass owns the thrift stores. Mr. Mad Dog, it's got a lot of used tires and rims. How do you identify them by the numbers on the side? Just wondering, yeah, for the rims, the wheel, all the parts will have a part number on them. So you can just take your phone and zoom in on your phone on that part and focus. Make sure that you tap your screen so that it's on macro, and you'll be able to read the part number. And then if you can't find the size of the tire, you can always go to the rim and find out which tires were sold with it, and match them that way. And Graphic Brick, if you need to get my Sig Fig hair, feel free to buy it at bigbbricks.com. Hair is available in my store. What do you look for when deciding what sets to buy for the BrickLink store? Part out value, why the price is that price, so to speak. So sometimes there's one piece that's really driving up the price of a set, and Usually when that happens, that piece takes a big dive. So I want to avoid that. Let's see, colors, definitely the colors. You know, you've got to look at the colors that come in the set and decide if they're ones you would like. If they're ones that you would use. And if most of them are, then it's probably a good set. Let's see. Move this whole window over so I can keep the comment section open. Will I ever do some colonial Napoleonic War Lego hauls? I have no idea. How would I do a colonial or Napoleonic War Lego haul? Dressing up? Like in the costume? Probably not. The Lego hair. Yeah, Multi-Gasman Geek, there's a lot of things that would factor into, is a set good? So you sort of have to play that one by ear, and once again, it always is going to come down to what also is already in your store. So if you have Star Wars heavy part outs, you're going to have a lot of black and white and grays in your store already, and pieces that people look at and see as being, you know, quote unquote chip parts. So that's good. I mean, if you want to go down one road with and always part out the same theme, you're going to put together a really good selection of stuff for people that build that. But you're also going to exclude city people, maybe, who don't necessarily want wedges and wedge plates. So there's that to think about too. I'm a firm believer in a little bit of everything is good. So, but it takes a long time to build up a store to do that with, to be able to, I mean, it took a long time before I got enough selection of even the Friends pastels to be able to start making some sales. So don't anyone think, for instance, you could go out and just buy the sets from over in one release period and be good to go. I mean, this has taken 3 years to really build up a good selection of parts from different eras. And there is a little bit of luck to it. Let me chat a little bigger. Ralph says, I feel that the set has one or more items I want, and if the part out is equal to or greater than or equal to what I paid for it after the part stands out, then it's good for me. Well, that may be true, but you also have to, you've got to think about what your time is worth, and always add your time in, no matter what. Value yourself, you know. If you don't do that, then, you know, then the terrorists win. Do I get tips from friends when they spied Lego on sale at a store or online? Sometimes, you know, and I try to do that too. Recently, Bot had found in the Rochester area, or Buffalo Rochester area, at Target, with the Quickie Mart for 99 bucks, but didn't have anybody to go get it. And I knew somebody in that area, so I told them about it. And after they swooped Rochester, I did a search on Target, and I had a suspicion that the sets were coming out of one distribution area. So I checked surrounding cities and found that Pittsburgh and Cleveland also had the $99 Quickie Marts there. So I went and looked through my seller files and figured out who the tube luggers were that were in the Cincinnati area and who were in the Pittsburgh area. And I sent them a message and said, hey, go look at your Target for this set, just to sort of spread the love. But there's, what colonial era, you mean like the, I don't know of any colonial era Lego sets, sorry. Any more adults with any more questions? Please feel free to ask. I have no idea what the kid is talking about with the Revolutionary and the Napoleonic era, and no idea. Putting some handle that's in there. No, I do not have every Lego set. That's the other guy. That's Bricksar. Bricksar has every single Lego set. I am convinced. Oh, Marvel's definitely a better investment because Marvel is a more popular line. That's outside of personal preference, which again would have been Marvel. What's your status on the monorail track project going? I'm actually was getting ready to experiment this weekend on trying to see if I can get the monorail just using the curved pieces to sort of be a very stiff spiral, and then put the returns on either end. But I'm trying to figure out how to support it, and then I might, if I can do that, if I can figure that out, it will be set up in here, and it will be a full-time thing. Hey, Ralph, do you want to come in and be my second in here, dude? I've been wondering about that for a while. I think that you and I would ping well off of each other. Let me know in the comments below. My favorite Lego set is the Lego set that is going to sell every piece out of it as soon as I open it. Which, unfortunately, is... Where is it? Which, unfortunately, is this set, and I'm only getting one. After you purchase some Lego, do you get feeling I shouldn't buy because there's no value in it? No, no. It's got a better price value than drugs. Support is easy. 2 pillars of columns at each joint. 2 by whatever plate spanning across joint beneath. Just support each other. So you're saying supports running up it and the track running in between. Yeah. So that's what I do. Yes, and Ralph does charge $1,000 less. Yeah, no, it's definitely a clover. None of that wacky weed here. No, just was looking to have a second in the room as well because I have to do things like ship off this package to somebody or another in somewhere land. I don't feel like being incredibly rude to you guys, leaving you with a blank screen. Plus, it's easier for me to interact with you guys, actually, if there's another person in here. I don't feel like a complete idiot talking to myself. Yeah, like H's. I thought that's what you were talking about. Yeah, I actually started... I thought about that, too. I've been getting as many of these as I could to use with that. That was the thought I had for supporting it as well. I just don't want to... Thinking I could also use a hinge underneath there, so as it's curving up, it will have a more steady. We'll have a full bond. Commander Achilles wants my beard. I'll be right back. Rubric, thank you. BrickLink question. How is there a Lego 2x4 color for sale on BrickLink that is not known on the color list? Well, that is a very easy question. Because the known color list is colors that were incomplete or colors that were included in sets that were rolled out in official Lego sets. That being said, you can go look in like Clutch's store, and I think he's got 2x10 sand green bricks, drink cool kid bricks, and that's because they use them in a Discovery Center mock. There's also builders who work for Lego that make special requests for bricks to be output in certain colors for them to do stuff, and also for their conceptual work. Lego just sometimes prints out special colors for special projects. There's a dude in Germany who specializes in rare 2x4 bricks. I can get you the name later, just because I don't remember it right now. But he's really the guy to go to for the super rares. You know, he's the guy that you hear Brickstar mention every once in a while in his videos. When he refers to the guy in Germany who's got the 2x4s. Do you sell base plates? If so, what's the largest one size? Largest is 50x50. I went to go run and send out a package. Just went around the corner. Right here. Any more questions? Lego sells well, so, but Star Wars pieces are grays and blacks and whites for the most part, and those are monochrome spectrum, and that's what everybody uses. So. And Zany's being zany. That being said, Brick King 98. You're probably too young to sell because you got to be 18 in the United States, because that's how old you are to have to be able to hold a binding contract. M&M Bricks. I'm a small store who's looking to expand my shipping options to international. Does shipping international really help your sales that much? Yes and no. It opens up your store to those countries. Whether or not they decide to make the purchase is up to them. I probably have, in my history, the height, like when I just opened, I was selling a lot of stuff internationally, but it calmed down to less than 20% of sales, and now is leveled at less than 10%. But you will have some freakishly large or expensive orders that can go overseas. And then you have to go and deal with the insurance and make sure there's tracking and all kinds of stuff. It's difficult to handle international. You can open it up just to certain countries if you want to. And that's always a good option to go into waters slowly if you want to. So Brick King, you got another year to wait before you can legally open up a store. And my favorite superhero, once again, is Deadpool. What's up, Radu?
Not much.
Thanks for hopping in. Just having somebody to talk to makes me feel a little bit less crazy. What have you been up to?
Working on my color chart.
Ah. All right, we can do color chart conversation. That's a good topic.
What, Daddy?
Sit down and watch your show.
Why? Why? I don't want to be in the camera.
Can't actually. Can you guys see Ralph out there? Or is it just me? We are quite talking a bunch. What do you got so far on your color chart, Ralph? And are you doing just 2x4?
Yeah, just 2x4 for now.
You think I do?
Are you building 2x4s as well? I guess not. All right, so I have my color chart here. Pretty good, not as great as others. Some people out there have some amazing ones, and then I also have parts and pieces that frequently fall off. There you go. Parts and pieces that frequently fall off the color chart because they're not 2x4s.
Okay, go get your move.
Your camera's out over here, Ralph.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
That's all right. That's cool. I can see you in the little window, and I can see you when you move. But it just keeps going in and out. Probably not going to be that long of a stream. I didn't realize that Mini Bricks was on. And I have 2 orders to kick out, actually, to overseas. No, I did not buy Big Ben. Not yet, at least. What are you guys buying? What are you guys? What's your guys' favorite favorite theme or favorite set right now that you're parting out? What deals are you finding? Let's talk about that. Talk about how you guys. Zane, don't be mean. Maybe you're a good kid. Guy, almost adult. Totally have to open up this order here to a Knudsen. Race Speeder? What parts are you finding in Race Speeder that are interesting or would be selling? So I know one of the questions that Doc has had for me a lot with regards to the minifigs, since I do a lot of the taking minifigs apart, is do you ever get orders that are strictly pretty much just minifigs? And you do. This, for instance, is one of those. So there's just going to be minifig heads. All right, look at the questions. Oh, the 2x4 curved slope in red and dark red. Yeah, that's a good one. I'll agree with you there, man. That's a really good one. In fact, I even got some of that to put in mine. That's good. That's a good call. I like those, the larger curved bricks. Especially when you know there's people that love that dark red color. Nice to be able to find things for people that you know that they're looking for. Grandma's. All right. Anybody? Anybody? Bueller? Bueller? So, questions appreciated. Orders even more appreciated. Questions appreciated. Enjoy. Gotta find the heads here. Kid 2 broke up unhappy. Did not sound very happy at all, but incredibly cute, Ralph. Found him. All right, almost done with this order. And there's a lot more colors out there that are than what are in the catalog. Need a topic to talk about, folks, so. Multigasmic Geek, I thought you would have more questions, to be honest. Let's see. Very infrequently, I get people that place an order and don't pay. I just recently had one within the YouTube community, which stunk. Not really a big deal. It's just canceling an order and putting the stuff back in the store. But I was surprised that I got a negative feedback from the person. And they hadn't logged into their BrickLink account for 3 weeks before they received the negative feedback, which meant that they were 2 weeks late on paying the for the order, but they logged in just to give negative feedback and haven't logged in back into the BrickLink since then. So there's that. That's always nice. Actually, at a little bit of a disadvantage right now, because I don't have the primary overhead light on that I normally do, because I know how bad the picture quality is for you guys. I'm also trying to go slow here so that you have a decent picture. Apologize for that. There they are. I don't know. It's in the wrong drawer. I'm not going to name names, Zany, but the person did find me off of one of your haul videos. So that was nice. but the feedback was actually immediately removed. I didn't even have to send a comment or anything to BrickLink. BrickLink automatically removed the feedback for me without even saying anything. So good on for them. Hopefully that was a bot that did that. I would like that to be botted. I'm not a fan of retaliatory feedback, so I did not retract my feedback or anything like that for the buyer. It was actually the second time they had bought in my store as well. But it happens. It's not a big deal. Saying he's like, names. Nah, man, I don't play that way. That's the difference. Keep business, business, personal, personal. Don't bring family into business. I already broke that rule. Oh yeah. Hells yeah. I will be getting the Yellow Submarine the day it comes out, and if it's available like a month earlier in Europe, I'll be getting it for that. I have a little girl whose favorite song is Yellow Submarine, so you know darn well we're getting that. She was so excited about getting a Yellow Submarine shirt for Christmas that when she didn't get it, it bummed her out the whole day. And I think that she may have even cursed at Santa Claus in her own little, 3-year-old time way, because she didn't get it. But Santa did send her a special birthday present with a note explaining how he had forgotten it on the sleigh, and really sorry, all that good stuff. Sissy la la. No, just anonymity. In the town where I was born lived a man, sailed the seas. Here you go. Anybody who had a question about international and how international shipping may be different than good old American. Right here, I have to sit down because I now need to go into the customs form. And accurately fill out this information for my customer. They are able to receive the Lego that they ordered. I definitely would want to make sure that somebody whose imaginary name in this case is Knudensen, because it's going to Sweden, will get their stuff. So all I do is fill in customs, which is a little bit different. We don't have to do that on the American side. And I have to switch printers. So I have to switch from the thermal laser printer over to the regular Wi-Fi printer that's shoved in the back of the room, because we only do international like 4 or 5 times a week. But the process for giving the buyer their tracking information on BrickLink is the same. Just like there, you should always make sure that you are covered on that aspect as well. because PayPal does have record of a shipment. So if you are nervous about going international, there you go. And again, Commander Achilles, good Lord, are you familiar with the Lego line? We are not a custom house here at Big B Bricks. We are a genuine 100% Lego house. Some might even call it a brick house. And these are used by USPS. They are the label inserts. These are not supposed to cost or count against your weight, but smaller branches may not know that they have to include a tear weight for this supply that UPS included. So I weigh my package beforehand. And you have an inexpensive package going to Sweden that meets the lines of whatever those requirements are. Not whatever those requirements are. There's requirements for being able to send them at certain rates for international, which is you actually have to have a little bit of common sense and intelligence to figure them out. And then you can make sure that your clients in Europa, Australia, Oceania, Asia get their stuff without being priced ridiculously. Because if you don't do the packaging for them, like this is like $6 to send to Sweden. If you do it the other way, it's going to cost them like $24. So you'll definitely get repeat customers if you do it the right way. I am taking this out to the curb. I'll be right back. Missed the postman. All right. Yeah, rubric. Totally. Best thing to do is check out my store. Thank you very much. It's a Q&A for other BrickLink sellers that would like to learn how to sell better, have questions. That's all. If you don't know how to use BrickLink, I'm glad to answer some questions about that. But I'm gonna go, okay. Nobody likes it when you pick your ball and go home. The customs form is hella easier off of PayPal than it is in the post office, Ralph. I mean, I double click on what it is, and it already says Lego there because I've submitted it so much. You know, it's not that bad of a process. It's just knowing how you have to package it to send it overseas. That's all. Not that much. Let's see. Norbrick says, yeah, keep family out of business. Look what happened to Frank. Frank Lucas when his brothers and sisters into what happened. Tony Montana who got involved with this. Nice. Hey there. Can you please add more dark stone gray bricks to your BrickLink shop? Yeah, what are you looking for, Juicy? Right now we are at capacity, and after I pulled these orders, I can actually start putting things away because there was nothing more that I could do. Every drawer was full, and I would have had to start hanging more stack-ons in order to get stuff in the store. In fact, I can do that. I still want to get a second in here. So if somebody, an adult, has a working camera, wants to come hang out, let me know. Get some hair wings here. All right. I hope Commander Achilles. Did you guys make Commander Achilles go and take his ball and go home? Oh. Oh. Meanies. Friends. These are the grandma's cat minifigure. It was in the CMF series and also a Ding Ding Juniors series for the win. I recently got 15 or 16 of each. I could not put them away last night. The store was full. If anybody wants to know what I'm doing on the screen, stuff like that, let me know. I don't mind showing how to use alternate tools. Shh. Shh. Ah, somebody took back their thumbs up. No. No. You go and send out my mass drive-through to the people that just placed an order in my store and had it kicked out. So please forgive me while I whip this out. I'm going to try to make BrickLink great again, but ran it for 2 weeks. It was a lot of fun. Let's see. I got to start concentrating on the upcoming giveaway and the rules around said giveaway. And I still have one open prize slot. So far, 4 out of the 5 have been filled by members of the community, and that's what I really want to keep doing, is keeping the community aspect of the channel as much with the store as possible. I really do like that side of our community, and it's one of the reasons why I got into it. So why not try to help others? I've always found that if you help others in your community, it also helps you. Plus, it's the good thing to do. Do I have any dark blue Batman capes? I am uncertain. We look in the cloth and rubber drawer. In the capes section, I have the black and dark blue Batman capes currently in stock. There was a quick, easy one for you. Yeah, what is Big B Ball's ball? And there's no S on it. Nobody's playing. I'm not going to say it. I'm also not going to say how many people have seemingly sent me messages telling me that they want to play with mine. So, yeah, it hasn't started yet. You guys are super excited to play Big B Ball. And we will be. We got to get a better name for it. You guys got to help me get a better name. Help me. So I'm done right now putting away stuff. I can count the Lego that no, I can't even do that right now. I can't put away the cups that I got yesterday because there's no place to put them yet. The last of the Mel's order. Put that away. Yeah, and we got to get a better code phrase. Seriously, guys, like this is still. I know you guys think it's funny and all of that, but this is serious stuff, man. It's gonna be serious stuff. Oh, you beeping me. I sent out all those orders and I emptied 2 drawers. All right, well, there's the 2 items I'll be adding in my store today. Some grandma torsos and grandma cats. Yay, go team. No sense counting what's in the cups yet because that's just disappointing. Because to me, that's just money and parts sitting there that can't be used yet. No, I think what Juicy's saying is there is some more historic mock builders out there that will go and release the plans and the parts list to some of their customs that they've done, but they've done them with Lego. The only reason why I think Juicy's including the Lego in the search is because that's the best way it'll come up. Otherwise, you actually may get a mechanical part list. Concept of it is we have 3 games so far rolled into one. It will be progressive. So far we have bingo, raffle, and ticket draw. It's the same thing as raffle, but there's different cards, there's different tickets for it. I would not mind going up to a grand yearly prize. I want to have it so that if somebody fills their card in bingo, they get to sort of like step up to the next level. And if you win there, you automatically step up to the next level. There's no, I need a ticket for this. There will be buying incentives involved with receiving more tickets, or have to spend this much money at the store to get to this level. I might make it a thing that you know, like everybody starts off on fair ground, and going forward during this period of time, like if you purchased $27 worth of stuff and you came back to the store and purchased $23 worth of stuff, you would get a second coupon if it were a $25 incentive on the coupon, or not the coupon, the raffle ticket, because it would start adding your previous orders to it. But that would have to begin in the beginning. I want to do some interesting stuff like that, so that it's more of the, not only it incentivizes the shopping in the store for me, which is a win, but it also incentivizes it for you, and sort of makes it a fun little game that everyone can play. So what's gonna, with the bingo goes, everybody's gonna get a bingo card in each order, and each person's gonna get a ball. So you got to be able to use the code word. You get a bingo card. Roll the ball. The ball works for everybody. First person to fill the card and let me know about it wins. If you fill the card and you notify me after the other person, you're SOL. It just works just like the old folks' homes. But I wouldn't mind doing other games of chance in there as well. Yeah, and there's going to be a lot of record keeping, so I've got to figure out how to make that easy and consistent and fair. That's important. But the way I was describing it to No More Bricks, it's ballsy because of the progressive levels and the potential sets to be giving away with said. It does sound convoluted, but I want it to be fun, and most games are, they're a lot of fun, are a little convoluted. So. I didn't say anything about being tired, man. So, all right, that's it. I'm gonna go and call it for the night, for the day. Yeah, that's what the giveaways are for, but it's not a giveaway. It's a, you get it if you buy at the store. That's what we BrickLink sellers do. I will be having another contest, which will include a giveaway, but you'll have to do work on it. And that will be the Design Big B Bricks' logo. And but that other LEGO show is going to be doing a giveaway soon. But you gotta be 18 to enter. So the guy there, Zany, can tell you more about the contest over on that other LEGO show. That's it. That's all. Thanks for watching. Shop Big B Bricks. www.bigbbricks.com. You got what you need.